Hey everybody, it's Thursday, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Today is December 2nd, and you are here with me, Toni Tessler, ToniStamps, that's me. I just need to find my video, waiting for that to pop up. It says we are live, so let me maybe do a refresh and see. Oop, my notes are falling. Oh, there we are. Okay, so I see 3. Hey Sue, hey Vicky, hey Deborah. Awesome. All right, this is rolling. Okay, so I have a lot to actually talk about before I get into my workshop. First of all, thank you guys so much for all the help with my wreaths across America, the fundraiser and people signing up to sponsor the wreaths. My goal was 50. I reported last night that we ended up with 59, but then I had to go and buy 2 more separately for Arlington for my dad and my friend's dad. So we were at 61, which still means 90 because we buy for every 2 we buy, they give us 1 free. So that is awesome. Thank you. I love it. Hey, Molly. So next year I'm going to do it again. This was my 2nd year doing it, and I think it's a worthwhile thing. And Dave and I both have parents there at different military cemeteries. So I appreciate it. Okay, next. Last chance products. So this all started on sale yesterday. I knew that was coming. I did not realize the clearance rack was going to get updated. So if you go to my blog, which I should have printed this on here. My blog is kind of like my one-stop shop for everything. ToniStamps.blogspot.com. That has links to my videos, ordering links, the hostess code links, everything. So, which brings me to, let me show you. I just realized this the other day. When I'm looking at my blog on my desktop, this is the view I get. And I've had this section on the left here, this bar, and the hostess code, you can just click right on this picture and it takes you to the ordering page. Well, what I realized recently is if you're using a phone or like a mobile device, the mobile view doesn't have any of this on here. So I was getting questions like, I don't see a thing on the left. I don't see anything to click and order. Then I realized what's going on. So I changed my links up here. So before, this one here just said shop with me 24/7. Now it says no hostess code. Because if your order's ever $150 or more and you're putting it online, I want you to use that because you'll collect your own stamp and rewards, hostess benefits. But over here, shop with monthly workshop hostess code added. So that's the same as clicking here. The difference is nobody can see this on their phones, but all this stuff you can see. It looks a little bit different, but it is there. So that's a difference that I wanted to point out. Hostess code already added, hostess code not added. All right, so let's get back to Facebook. Okay, so that, blah, 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 blog, last chance. Stamps! All right, you know I love my postage stamps, and I get a book all the time because I order so many of them. Well, if you guys watched Gail last night, she used one of the new celebration stamp sets rather, and it was otters. Hello, bing bing bing, look at this, look how cute. And these are available now, so you can get them online. They're cute, 4 different designs of otters. I just think that's adorable to have otter cards and then otter stamps to go with it. So, oh, thank you guys for sharing, awesome. So I'm going to get some of these. I swear I order postage stamps like every month. I get the different ones, but stinking cute, I think. All right, stamps. Let's talk about the back order changes. The bottom line is Stampin' Up! Is no longer going to take back orders. So when things run out, they are just going to say unavailable, and they're not going to give us any date for when we can order them. So that part stinks. But it kind of is in line with other companies. Like I know when I go to Simon Says or scrapbook.com or something, if I'm ever looking for certain things, if it's not available, I can't even order it. So the fact that Stampin' Up! Was taking back orders all this time, I think was kind of a bonus. But now they're not. So that changes everything, at least for me. Like for instance, with my workshop tonight, I was going to have the freebie be, for this month anyway, to be these subtle shimmer sequins. Well, they're back ordered and I was not able to get them, and I don't know when they'll come back in stock. So I had to go with something that I have and that I have to guess is not going to go on back order. But it's going to change the way I do classes too. And so normally I do my classes the second Monday and Tuesday of every month. And that information is on my blog here under a tab called Learn at Home. So, hey Gail. So for this month in particular, I'm changing the way my class packets are and everything, but I'm actually going to go have my classes next week. So next Monday and Tuesday, but next week. So coming up Monday and Tuesday, and the class is going to be focused on the gingerbread and peppermint products. And it's just going to be different. I have to work with stuff that is not back ordered, and I'll explain all those changes next week. But that's the short version. Back orders, we can't order anything anymore. My classes are going to change because of it. And then one more thing, paper share. Gail and Sue and I have all decided we are going to do more paper shares. So if you are interested, it's going to be coming out. We'll have a flyer out this week. I'm going to offer all the papers in the next January through June catalog. It's 8 different designer series paper packs, 3 specialty packs. It'll all be cut 6x6, except for 1 pack of paper, which is coming 4x6. That's kind of new. Actually, they did that a couple years ago. Now that I think of it, when Blackberry Bliss first came out, it was Blackberry Bliss and I don't know, Hello Honey or something. They had a 4x6 pack, but it'll be 112 pieces of paper, $37 plus shipping. So more info and pictures coming out soon. All right, I got all that done in just like 5 minutes. So let's get into December workshop. Now, since my workshops run the entire month, so this hostess code is going to be good through December 31st. I don't necessarily want to do anything Christmassy because you're not going to get it in time for this year. So I actually decided I was going to use the Strong of Heart set. I've had this and I sadly have not used it. This is from the current holiday catalog, and it's one of the ones that's like a fundraiser. So making a difference. So every stamp set that gets sold, this is a $20 stamp set, which I think is a good enough value. For every one sold, they're going to donate $3 to support heart health. So I like it, and it doesn't all have to be Valentine-y. So that's what we're using tonight. All the projects are going to focus on that. Any heart set you have, you should be able to duplicate these projects without having it. But you could also order it when you place your order with the hostess code. All right, let's talk about what's our freebie. So again, I could not use the subtle shimmer because I didn't have them. So I'm going with the For My Heart Faceted Gems. This is not a new item, but I have not used it a whole bunch. Unfortunately, it does have like Valentine-y colors. It's real red, flirty flamingo, and white. So we're just gonna have to deal with that. But they're so shimmery and pretty, and I love them. There's like 3 different sizes in here. Well, maybe 2, like small and big. But I like them. So we're gonna do some stuff that is not necessarily Valentine-y. Yeah, it's easy to overlook this set. I mean, it's like right at the beginning, and it wasn't like full size. But I like it. I like the greetings in here. You amaze me, stronger than you know, here for you. Through struggle comes strength. Oh, and let's quickly show you a stamp assembly. So cling stamps, they come with stickers. I do not always put my stickers on. The bigger stamps that I feel are not going to have a problem sticking to the block or sticking to my Stamparatus, I don't put those on. The smaller ones, like this heart, definitely. I put the sticker on that, and it's sticky on the back. And these ones, you have to be careful pulling them up. You got to get your fingernail under there so you don't rip it. But I saved this one just for you guys. So the easiest way to mount these, and this is Gail's idea, so thanks again to Gail. We take the sticker and we peel the entire thing off. This is the sticky side that is going to go on your block to hold it in place. So we have that, then we get a little something to pry up this paper, and we're left with just the sticker. Now the side that is facing up towards us, this is really, really super sticky. All right, so then we peel off the paper from the back of our cling stamp, throw that out. Then we're gonna flip this over and line it up. And actually I have to stand up to do this, get it over top of here. So we want the edge of the sticker to match the edge of our stamp. And actually let me bring it down here. It's easier for me to see like on the black mat. I think that's good. Yep. Okay. So then you carefully pick it off, and then this part is sticky. Now I do not like it being this, I like it closer. So I go ahead and trim these because I don't like to get ink, and if you don't feel comfortable doing this, don't do it. But my problem is if I do any sort of rocking, it's going to catch edges all along here, and invariably I won't see it, and it'll get on my project, and then I'll be mad. And I don't get all the way in, just close enough. And sometimes I angle it a little bit like that, so we have more, it'll be a little bit more sturdy. But this, I do not mind. It's not perfectly cut, but I am at least confident that I'm not going to get ink everywhere. So I do that on my cling mount stamps. I leave the big ones with no sticker, and then I only put the stickers on the little ones, and I store them like where they are on the front. That's just anal. Oh, and this little bit, this was in here somewhere. I guess it was this way. And I saved that because that's going to make some interesting backgrounds, or like a pond or something. Then the sticker sheet, let's stick it right in here, because really I don't keep all my stamps forever. And when I go to sell this or give it away, they may want these. All right, I got the sweats. I need a drink of water, and then we're really going to get started. Okay. First up, we are going to do the Joseph's coat technique. Joseph's coat, I mean, it's really cool. You lay, let me put these away. You lay some color down, clear emboss, and then cover the rest with black ink. So let's get our stuff. I'm gonna need this later, my blocks or my cutters later. Oh, this I meant to show you last week. I got this adorable card from my friend Pam. You know, last week was Thanksgiving. The holidays can gobble this. And then she said in here, you know what you can do with your butterballs. I don't know where she got it, but it's funny. And then this little censored bit, he's given the bird. I just think that's funny. But I love the coloring and the crystal effects on his waddle. And he's cut out. It's just adorable. The other one, this is a card I was telling you about last week if you watched. So my sister was in a rehab place for after surgery. Like she had, I mean, not after surgery. She was in the hospital. And then being bedridden for a week, like she was pretty bad off. She couldn't get up or move around. So anyway, she's in this rehab place, and they had kids come around that brought them these Thanksgiving cards, and this one, I just have to crack up because the hand, I know it's supposed to be turkey feathers and all that. I love the face, like right at the tippy top of that finger. And, you know, he's got a little pilgrim hat, and the hand just looks like a hairy hand. I think it's funny. But the feet cracks me up about the feet. So I absolutely love it. Great handwriting. But the part that cracks me up the most is, wah. It's a left-handed card. Yeah, Sue, it looks like a hairy hand, but it's funny. And so I was just cracking up when I went to see her, and I said, can I have this? And she's like, yeah, you can take it with you. So I thought that was great. I wish they would have signed their name, but just too cute. Adorable. Cracked me up. All right, let's get, this is what we need for our Joseph's coat. So we need Memento, Tuxedo Black ink. You want this to be very juicy. So I re-inked mine last night, and I really filled it up. Like, I had to leave it sit like this. Normally I store my ink pads upside down, but I had to store it like this so it would soak it all up because I put so much in there. So I need that. You do not want to use a permanent ink for this because it's going to be going over our embossing. So you want water-based, which is why we want the Memento. We also need a Versamark ink pad, and we need clear embossing powder. And we have our stamp. Oh wait, you know what? This is for the next one. Okay, so we've got our card base. Basic black, 5.5 by 8.5. Scored in half at 4 1/4. Oops, my notes are falling down. So let me give this a score. Then I have white, basic white, 4 by 5 1/4. Again, this is for the inside. I'm just going to go ahead and put this in. I think I have decided, even though I have not finished using this, I think I like the Barely Art glue better because it's not as thick and it's got more wiggle room time. Oh, and you know what? I should have known that spot was there. Oh, what was that then? I saw that last night and I thought it was a spot on my cardstock. Maybe it was a piece of chocolate. Ugh. Okay. So then we've got Flirty Flamingo, 4 by 5 1/4. And then I've got Shimmery White. Now I chose Shimmery White because I want something thicker. I'm going to be laying a lot of ink on this. So I would suggest either the Basic White Thick or the Shimmery White. And I went with the Shimmery because if there's any chance that the shimmer will come through, I'm happy with that. Then for this particular version, we're going to use Stampin' Blends. All right. And I chose the blends because it won't smear when I add the Memento over top. So I want, the colors in these gems are Real Red and Flirty Flamingo. Things I should have done. Flirty Flamingo, Rococo Rose. Oh, you know what that reminds me? I keep grabbing that. So with the clearance rack updated, Dark Flirty Flamingo, with the clearance rack updated, some of those in color cardstocks from last year that ran out, that everybody's been like going nuts over getting, you know, on the secondary market. What were those colors? Rococo Rose, Purple Posy, Seaside Spray, and I can't remember the other ones. But there's the cardstock's back. So if you were wanting those, you should go check it out. All right, let's just lay some color down. So I'm going to go with the dark first, and I'm just going to go like across. And I'm hoping that I'm leaving enough space. So I want to go dark, and I am covering this whole thing. Or trying to. And you could do your stripes however you wanted. dark, then I'll go with the dark Flirty Flamingo. And I'm using the fat end just because, or the brush end, just because this kind of coloring goes a lot quicker. Now, I have done this in the past where I used regular inks and I just ink blended or sponged or whatever, but I thought this would be quicker. I know I'm going out of order, but I'm trying to fill this part up. This was the light one, right? Yep, light. And then our light Flirty Flamingo. But yeah, the clearance rack, they had blends in those last year's in colors, or the, you know, the ones that just retired, and cardstock, and some ribbon. So I know that Seaside Spray was a popular color, and I'm trying to think what was the other one that everybody was going gaga over. I don't think it was Purple Posy, because there was that whole issue with the ink pad, how we could never get it. I feel like this one was a little too big of a spot, but that's all right. I'm just gonna make it work. All right, so you want your color, and again, I chose the Stampin' Blends because they're not going to smear, and plus they dry. So let me fan this for a minute. Terracotta, that's right, Vicky. That was the other color. Yep. They're on the clearance rack. Amy, your nails match my nails? The turkeys? Yeah, terracotta, that was a good one. Yeah, and I think they're marked down, right? Like the, how much are they? Like $4 something for a pack of paper? Crazy. All right, so I want this to be completely dry. And what we're going to do, I'm going to put my embossing buddy all over the entire thing. We're going to stamp this big stamp in Versamark, and then we're going to emboss it with clear embossing powder. All right, so let's do that. And I need a block. Here's the thing. So my block fits this way, this stamp. Sometimes, though, you may consider turning it at an angle if you need to fit. Like, it doesn't always have to be right in the middle. I know that's easier to hold and see, but, you know, you don't need every single block size. Sometimes you can just make it work. But this does fit. All right, so we're going to do Versamark ink, and I'm just going to do random stamping, like here, 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 and then emboss it with clear powder. And again, Stampin' Blends, because this is totally dry. So I want most of a heart here. And now I'm going to have to look at it kind of from the side to see where I stamped. I'm trying to keep it all together. Or like, let's go here. Ooh, you know what? I could add the little one too. Let's go here. I'm going to emboss this first, and then I might go back and add the tiny heart. We'll see how this goes. All right, now I need my fancy embossing powder catcher. So I am going to, I need a little scooper. So let's get this, just a die cut. If I had a spoon, I would use a spoon, but I don't. And it looks like there's something in my powder. All right, well, let's see. Ooh, I like this. All right, so can you see that embossing powder? I am going to heat this up and cook it first, and then I'll go back and add in the little one just to give it some more interest. Whoa, that started spilling out first. Ugh. All right, let's heat this up. And it's going to take a minute for my embossing gun. Okay, that looks good. I just had to order a new embossing gun because mine, after, I've had it maybe 20 years, it's starting to make like a tick, tick, tick noise when I finish with it, like it's cooling down. So I wanted to order one before it totally breaks. All right, now let's go back and add the tiny heart. All right, that's it. I like it. All right, now I need a piece of plain white paper. So the thing with Joseph's Code is you lay your color down, then you clear emboss, then you come in with a black ink pad, and you could sponge this, you could ink blend it. The easiest way for me is take an ink pad, and then I'll need a paper towel too, and just run it and smear it all over. This is why it's easiest if you have a really juicy ink pad, because this makes quick work of it. And then again, the shimmery paper absorbs all this ink. So then we take, the ink is pooling up on our clear embossing powder. So you take your paper towel and you just buff all over and get up all that extra ink. And then we're left with the parts that we clear embossed. I love it. Now, if this isn't dark enough for you, you can add more. I've also done this technique, and instead of black ink, I used early espresso or like a chocolate chip. I had it a dark brown, and I like that too. I did that with like some ferns or some greenery. All right, again, we're just gonna buff off that ink that is pooled up on our embossing powder. And I'm sorry if this is shaking my table. Oof. All right, and I am gonna have to give my hands a little clean with some alcohol maybe. I think it's gonna be good enough. I just don't want to get any schmutz on my other projects. All right, good enough. And actually I'm finished with my notes there. So then we're going to take this and glue it right to our Flirty Flamingo layer. That really pops. Now you could use, I could have used real red too, but I was thinking I wanted the flamingo. So let's glue this down. And then I've got a scrap here that I'm going to stamp the greeting, and I'm going to stamp that in black. And I hope that will stand out. And I'm not shy with this glue. Oops. See how warped this is? I mean, that's a lot of ink. All right, let's scooch this over. And then I'm going to flip it and just rub all over it. I want to get that as flat down as I can. I like it. All right, then we've got a piece here. So in your make and take kit, this is 3 by 4, and then with the notched corner. So This is for you to stamp on. I am going to, and there's plenty extra here. I'm going to go with You Amaze Me, because that, I think that's pretty, I can use that for a lot of different things. All right, and this time I'm going to use my, actually I'm not finished with the Versamark. I'm going to use my Catherine Pooler Midnight, which is a very dark, dark, dark black. Good enough. And I do want to clean my stamps pretty quickly. So the Catherine Pooler, I don't use that on my photopolymer stamps because it stains them permanently. But it will come right off of our cling mount. See? There we go. Good, good, good. And actually, let me clean this heart while I'm at it, because I am going to use that. And then the little heart. I think I'm done with the little heart, but we'll see. All right. Now this greeting, I just wanted to hand cut it. You could get your trimmer out. You could get a punch out. I'm going to rip the side just because I like that. If you don't like the ripped look, don't put it ripped. All right, and then this looks a smidge off, like I didn't get it quite centered. Ugh. Let me just take a second. Get just a little sliver off, and that'll be better. All right. I love it. Can't you just see this in like purples, greens, all colors? You know what? I want to pop this up. So let's go ahead and give it some foam. I'm getting down to my last bits of my foam tape, and then I will move on to the stuff I got from the dollar store. Oh, oops. That didn't quite fit. All right, we're gonna make it work. Now this time, thanks Gail, I'm gonna use some of the Tombow glue on this foam tape, because the Tombow glue really has the most wiggle room time. Like you can really, move things around for a few minutes even. So let's just add glue right on top of the foam. Hear that squeaking? That's how sticky this is. All right. I can't believe how messed up, how dirty my hands got. Ugh. All right, now this is opening the correct way. There we go. Just hold that down. I think my hands got dirtier. Maybe it's because this ink is not quite dry, because there's so much ink on it. All right, now what did I do with my, here we go. Ooh, see, I don't really want to cut. I mean, I don't want to cover up too many of my hearts. So I'm going to put it right here. And then we're going to add some of our gems. So I like these. The big ones are easy enough to grab. It always takes me a minute to remember how to work my tweezers. These, it's just not natural to squeeze them together to open it. It just takes me a minute. All right, so I want to add, let's do like something here. I'm just going to add a couple of the gems over here and right here. And I think I'm going to use one of each. So there's white ones, real red, and Flirty Flamingo. So let's do Real Red. Oops. See? And these are kind of iridescent looking depending on which way you look at them. And I'm using the big ones just because they're easier to grab. All right, and then this, there we go. So just add a little glue. If you don't want to use liquid glue, these are big enough that you could put a glue dot under them. Okay, but this, any precision glue is going to work. That's very big, but I like it. I like it. Let me move these around a little bit. Nice. Maybe should have gone with something smaller as far as the gems, but I love the stripes though. I love going at, you know, diagonal, and it looks a little darker. So interesting. So that's our first card, and I cannot believe it's already 8:40. I don't think the next ones are going to take as long. All right. Next up, shaker card. So we are using, and I really hope my hands don't get this messed up. I'm using a new product from the next catalog called Bouquet of Love. So this is a die and an embossing folder combination. So it goes, the heart can go, you can run them together and then it'll cut the heart out and emboss at the same time. Yours will be pre-embossed and cut, but I don't like to put it in here at the same time because it'll make cut marks on your embossing folder. And I know that's the way it's intended to work, but I don't care. Actually, it sits in this, right in here. And then you would put your paper, shut it, and run it through. I ran it through just the emboss part first, and then I went back and cut that heart out. But I like this because if you don't like this, you can still emboss your whole layer with this flower and then add like a square or a rectangle, something to cover this up. So you just get the outside bits. This is, I see a lot of potential with that. And then I like the greeting, which actually I'm going to use. So we've got Whisper White. Thick. This is the thick stuff. 5.5 by 8.5. Score at 4 1/4. And this is all, I'm doing white on white just because I like it. Then I've got a layer. This is 4 by 5 1/4. This is also 4 by 5 1/4. So this, I like to build my shaker with the two pieces like this, and then I will glue the whole thing to the card front. That's just easier for me to make sure everything lines up and stays straight. So let me move this out of the way, and actually let me get rid of this black ink pad because that's unnecessary. So this part, I'm not using this, but it's going to be in your kit. So save it and pop it on a card. Maybe ink blend, add some color, something. You're also going to get a transparency sheet. Transparency / window sheet / acetate. Plenty of different names. I have a whole box of transparencies that someone gave me. So that's what I use. Okay, so first we need to attach our transparency to the back of this embossed part. So it's cut, so it's wider than it is taller. It will barely fit this way, but like that's only got like an 1/8 of an inch border. To me, poo-poo on that. That's not enough. So we want to use something strong, some strong adhesive. Let's go ahead and either red line tape or your tear and tape. So we want to, I'm eyeballing, so I'm going to put it here. And oops, let's go right under here. And then along the sides. Now you're going to need foam tape of some kind, whether it's the foam adhesive strips from Stampin' Up, or the foam tape that I have. Whatever you have, you're going to need something to pop all this up. All right, so we put our tape down, our double-sided tape, so we can attach our acetate. Peel these up. I figured the tear and tape would be easier for me to peel up than the sticky strip, but you just want something strong. Let me throw those away. All right, and then I'm going to do that. All right, now shaker part. So this has to be raised up, but we have to eyeball and we have to make a gully like around here first. Actually, can I see this? Oh, you know what? You can hold it up and see through. So I'm going to add, I'm just going to go ahead and use this foam tape. I wish I had a light that I could show you, but as I'm holding it up to the light over here, I can see the heart image like right here. So I'm going to put my tape here. We're building a little square or shape for the for our gems to stay in. All right, then I need to go down here to about here. Oh, a little bit down. Okay, and now I'm going to fill in down here, and then you'll see what I mean, where we want it to be enclosed. So I want this tape to go, I want it to touch, so there's no escaping. All right, oof. I really wanted that to be better. All right, let's start on this side. And then we'll go here. All right, now we're gonna dump our sequins in there, and then you see here, so we don't see any of that foam tape through the acetate. All right, and then I like this to be even, so I want more tape up here, no saggy bits, and then another one down here. All right, that's gonna be good. Okay, now we can either stamp something right in the middle here, which I had not thought about before. I was going to emboss something in silver and add it like here. But now I am liking the idea of stamping right in the middle there. No, you know what? We're going to stamp on the white, on a scrap of white like I thought, because if I get it crooked, I'll be mad. All right, so let's peel this up. I'm peeling this tape up, then I'm going to lay glue down all over the foam. Then the last thing, I will add some of my gems to the middle here. And then we'll take this piece and lay it right straight down on here. And that'll be our shaker bit. All right, let's add our liquid glue. This really goes quickly when all the pieces are cut and embossed for you. And you can make shakers with any shape. I mean, if you didn't have a shape, you could do a square, you could do a circle. All right, now let's shake these up, and let me see, let me get a little spoon. One of my little spoons that I use for my inking my ink pads. All right, so I'm just trying to get some of all of them, like some of the little ones. This is again why I wanted to use those, the subtle shimmer ones, because I thought those were more flat. And I just got glue. All right, let's put that on my hand. I want to make sure all these gems are facing the right way. We're facing up, because I don't know with these thick ones. All right, maybe a little bit more. A little bit more of the smaller ones if I can. That's sticking. I don't want to use it all up. All right, so put that there. Now, dun, 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 I might have to stand up again because again, I want this to go completely straight. All right, that went pretty well. That is on there. Nice. All right, so all these little gems are going to shake and stay enclosed in this area. So see now, we can see the foam in there, or you can see that it's raised up a little bit. To me, it's easier to do this with the 2 layers because now I can go back and glue this directly on here and not, it's just easier. So let's add more glue. Probably too much, but I don't care. I'm okay with it. All right, and then put this right in the center. I like it. These are a little big. I feel like that one is stuck. But I like it. Just a few colors. Could have been more, I'm guessing. All right, greeting. I wanted to use the, since this die set, it comes with this. And there's a stamp set that goes with this, the embossing folder and the dies, but I didn't really like it. So I'm just dealing with the dies and the folder. So I needed a piece of white that, where did that go? Oh, here we go. And this is bigger than you need to. 3 3/4 by 4 1/4. And I just tried to give you something because you're not going to use probably the same set that I'm using. But I am going to emboss this in silver. So I was thinking any of these work. This is what I do a lot of times. I hold up my die right to my stamps to see what will fit. Sending healing thoughts, that doesn't really go. I think congratulations. Because I thought this could be an anniversary or even a wedding card or something, birthday. Or could be like a baby girl. Hey Sharon, actually I'm not making Valentine's, but those first 2 are Valentine colors, aren't they? So I'm going to do congratulations. We need embossing buddy again. Actually, let me put my pin in here. It's very windy out here tonight. I can hear it. And grab a block. Congratulations. Yeah, I wanted to use a different like sequin pack, Sharon, but the shimmery ones I wanted are out of stock. So, boo. All right, silver embossing powder. And you could go silver, gold, bronze, whatever. All right, so funnel this back in. And we will cook this up quickly. Yeah, the new metallic, the new Stampin' Up! Embossing powders really do melt very quickly. A lot faster than what I've had before. All right, let me clean this Versamark off real quick. Yeah, it sounds like it's gonna rain or something tonight. I didn't know that was gonna happen. All right. Stamp and Cut Emboss. right, I need a little bit of this tape. So I do not have the magnetic plate. I don't even think it's available yet, but I don't really like them. I've had them before and they get warped, so I will not be using it. I just like a piece of Post-it tape or Post-it note works. Anything to just keep it in place. We've got our greeting. Thank you, Cynthia. Now I like that there's little flowers on here. This is the first time I've used this, so we'll be getting more involved with that as we have time, like over the next few weeks. All right, let's get this. And I like this just down here. And I want to use more dimensionals because why not? No saggy bits. Gail's the boss, that's what she says. So Sue and I follow. At least for that. That just always cracks me up. No saggy bits. All right, now I'm going to hold it up a little bit just so I can see. Oof, I like that. I wish these were shaking more, but I think it's because they're so big. I should have used 2 layers of the foam tape to like double it up so it would have been taller, but you get the idea. And now I'm gonna have to find someone to send that to. All right, number 3, card number 3. Let's flip the old notes. Now I've used, this is another new folder, the Gingham Folder, which when you look at the embossing folder, actually let me put this behind, let's put it behind some black so you can see it. It doesn't look like gingham. It looks, it looks kind of weird. But when I see it on the, the packaging that it came, now I'm like, oh, now I see it. Like this way, this is how I'm looking at it. It just doesn't look like gingham. But this, yes. So I believe them that it's really gingham. All right, this next one, I went with a soft seafoam background because we're using some of the hand pen papers. Let's see here. And any color, your print in your make and take kit may be different. But you've got a 2-inch by 4-inch piece. And I felt like the soft seafoam it could have been mint macaron or soft seafoam. Seafoam was not listed on the back of the paper, but it goes nicely. So that's what we're using. And I've already embossed this 4 by 5 1/4 piece with the Gingham folder. I can't tell if there's a right side and a wrong side. I don't think there is. I think it's both the same. So stare at that for a minute and let me know what you think. I think they're both sides are the same. So we've got our card base, 5.5 by 8.5. That's like my favorite. Score it in half at 4 1/4. Then you'll have a piece of the white 4 by 5 1/4. This will be for the inside. Actually, let me put this. I think I'm done with the gems. No, wait, I'm not. I'm going to pull some of the white ones out for this, just to glue on as little accent bits. So 4 by 5 1/4. This is for the inside of our soft seafoam. All right, and it's going to go like this. So, all right, let me take one more look at it. This way, this way. can't tell. I'm going to go with this way. So this one, the squares look like they're raised up versus this, they're down. So Amy, I'm using the art glitter glue. I like the fine tip, like the precision tip. I have tried the Stampin' Up, the fine tip glue pen. I think I've gone through 2 of them, and I don't care for it because it gets clogged up, and I just quit using it. But I was actually doing a test between Barely Art and the art glitter, and I got these a couple months ago. The Barely Art I like better because it's thinner, like it runs out faster, but it's got a little bit more wiggle room. Yeah, Linda, you love the art glitter. I like it too, but it sets a lot quicker. It's got a much quicker grab than the Barely Art, and I feel like for me, I need a little bit more hang time, like a little bit more wiggle room. But I am going to use this. I do like them both. All right, so we've got our 2 by 4 inch piece of our designer paper. And this paper is from the regular catalog, the annual catalog. And I'm just putting this kind of off to the side a little bit. Then we've got Whisper White, soft sea foam, and a doily. And then we've got 2 pieces here. I can't remember what this one was for. Oh, this one I think is for the greeting. All right, Whisper White, basic white, 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. Then the soft sea foam should be 3 by 3. Yep. And I'm just gluing these on, and then I'm going to put the doily right on top of this, the 3 by 3 piece of soft sea foam. I like these vellum doilies. So we're just going to add a little bit of glue. We don't need to cover the entire thing. We just need enough for it to be held in place. All right, willy-nilly. I think this is going to be enough. All right, and then I'm going to center that. Yep, and that's going to go here. So only a little bit of this paper pops out, or, ooh, I can do it this way. That's totally opposite from what I had planned, but I like that better because I like seeing that. Okay, All right, back to the Strong of Heart. So this time we're going to use the fancy-ish looking heart, and we'll see, is this going to fit? Nope, I need something bare. All right, and I am going to use the Catherine Pooler. So you're going to have a piece of white. Again, anything with a notch means you stamp on it and cut it out or punch it. So this is 3 by 3 3/4. And then the soft sea foam, 2 1/2 by 3. And I don't know why I picked that size for that, because I really just need it to be big enough for a greeting. All right, I'm going to stamp this, and I am going to be hand cutting this, so I'm just going to go at an angle, just in case you want to stamp something there and cut it out. Oof, see, look at that. I caught some ink there. I'm going to go back in later and trim that up, because like I said, I do not like to catch any of those edges. Yeah, Amy, the thing with the art glitter glue and the Barely Art glue, I think it's the art glitter glue. You have to be careful. Now, I've heard both ways. I've heard it doesn't matter when you order it. And then I've heard you have to be careful. You can't order it in the wintertime, because if it freezes, when it thaws out, oh wait, I need this again. When it thaws out, it's like cottage cheese. And I got both of these off of Amazon just because I wanted to try them out. All right, so that's that. I need a few little markers. I wanted to use, let's see, soft sea foam. I just want to color in the flower and the leaves just a little bit. Light mint macaron. Do I even have sea foam? Pool party. I feel like the answer should be yes. Yes, dark and light soft sea foam. And then I want to do, you could pull in any of these colors. The blues, the pink, the purple. I'm going to go with, I know it's Flirty Flamingo in there, or Blushing Bride, which I don't have. Oh, you know what? Let's go with purple. I can barely reach my markers. These Highland Heather. Ugh. I should have picked those out earlier, right? All right, let's do dark sea foam. And so I just color just like a little bit along the edges, just so it's different. I'm not as good with the shading and the coloring as Gail. I just try to color it so there's some difference. And with something, these petals are so small, you can't really tell. That seems like that was a lot of trouble for nothing. All right, and then the purple. So let's go here and here. And then I'll just go here. I just want something, I want little differences in the petals. And then I'm going to hand cut this. And then pop it on here. And I have to think about that greeting. So I intended, I think, because I got this stuff cut the other day, and then sometimes I forget. I was going to stamp the greeting on that soft sea foam bit. All right. So this is going to be easy enough to trim around. I move my paper with my left hand and just do my scissor blades up and down with my right hand. I'm not rushing because I did want to be done by 9 o'clock, but it's not the end of the world. Hey, Cindy. We are using the Strong of Heart set tonight. And I'm going to get in here as close as I can. All right, I'm going to cut this off. There we go. Yeah, it sounds super windy outside. I'm in Maryland. All right, now this little bit of ink, I'm gonna have to cover that up. I'll have to put a gem on that. You know what I decided I want is the Wink of Stella. And I just had a new pen out. What did I do with it? I bought a new one. Oh, you know what? I didn't open it yet. All right, so you guys get to see. This is your Wink of Stella pens when they're brand new. It has this black, like protector, like governor thing. So you take that off and then see there's like a pin in here. Screw this back on and then shake it up. Throw that black ring away. Shake, shake, shake. And then we squeeze, and it's going to come down the brush through to the brush tip. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Oh, see there it coming? Oh, yikes. That was a lot. All right, I'm just going to go over these. I feel like that's wasting all that good shimmery now. Let's do the leaves too, might as well. All right, so that just gives us more shimmer. I like it. I am gonna have to avoid that. All right, and now I store it upright. I think if you store it down, upside down, it's gonna be a mess everywhere. All right, greeting. I think let's go with the You Amaze Me again. And I'm just gonna do it in black. Actually, I'm gonna go this way, because I'm just gonna hand cut it again. I think, nope, I'm not done with that. Now, if you wanted to use a punch, that's why I gave you a bigger piece. If you wanted to use a punch or die or something, but I'm liking this just as a little square, and I do like the ripped edges. Teeny tiny little piece to grab onto. I like it. Okay, so card. Man. Oh. I'm going to use that. I'm going to punch something out of that shimmery. Good call. All right, foam tape. So I want to pop this up. And then I'm going to pop my, the heart up. And then we're going to add some of our gems. So I'm going to pick out some of the white gems, since there's the red. It's not going to go well with this. The Flirty Flamingo, maybe, but I'm going to stick with the white ones for this. And then it's 10 after 9. I apologize. I've got one more thing. So I like to do 4 projects if I can. So this is going to go here. Nice. And then here. And boop. Like that. So I can twist it. Nope, I'm going to go right. I might pop this up too. Why not? All right. I'm going to have to trim these like that. And there. And right here. Thanks, Sue. Thanks, Cecilia. And again, if you don't have this strong of heart set, you just use whatever heart you do have. Ooh, I like that. That does bother me. All right, and then I want a little piece right behind here. And then I'll add glue right here. Nice. Okay, now let's pick through our From My Heart Faceted Gems. And these are the same like shape as the gilded gems. I think maybe maybe not as faceted, but generally the same shape. All right, I want one of those. Let's pick out, I'm going to try to get some little ones too. Oh, I gotta get these out on the table. Oh, look at that. So there are 3 different sizes. A teeny, a medium, a small, and the large. The large I think is too large for this. I want small ones. All right, so let's put glue right here and right here. I normally don't put gems like super close together, but I really want to cover up that. I feel like my things are stuck. They're sticky. I really want to cover up that ink boo-boo. And right right there. I think I do have to clean these off. And so I'll do 2 and then 1 right here. So you can pick and choose your gems out of here, so you don't always get Valentine-y colors. Okay, let's put a pin in here for now. That's another thing, Amy, with the glue. When I was using the Barely Art glue, I could have the pin out and be working for a whole hour and it would not get clogged up or dried up or anything. This one, I feel like I don't want to leave it open as much. Gail, you love this one. And now that I'm looking at it, I feel like this is crooked a little bit. Like this square is crooked. Why didn't anyone tell me that? Something looks crooked. I'm going to have to send it to someone that won't notice. All right, so that's number 3. You amaze me. Gail, you freaking love this one? That's awesome. Okay, now let's do a little treat thing. So I want to use the 3 1/8 by 3 1/8 acetate boxes. So you are going to get enough ribbon to go around it. Now I left this black and white because I figure you can change the color with your Stampin' Blends, like to whatever color. So you can color this ribbon, and we're going to stamp it the same flower and color the flowers in again. So I've got extra pieces here. You're going to have an acetate box, a 3 by 3 card. This is 3 by 6, score it in half. So that's 3 by 3. There was an envelope in here. Yep, little envelope. Then we've got our layers. And there's layers for the outside of the box and for the card. And they are the same? Yes. So we're going to layer something this way and, oops, right here. So this black piece is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And then the white is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And I just want to make sure, yep, samesies. And this gray should be 3 by 3. Yep. Okay. Now you don't have to cover your box and have the card. You can do both or none. It's up to you. All right, we've got our 2 pieces. You also have a 1/4 sheet of white to stamp a heart on. And then these are all extras that I cut. Okay. This box, I love them. They're already formed. You just have to fold it on the score marks that they've already made. Let's squeeze these in, fold that down, fold this down. All right, and then that's going to go in there. And then same, fold these down and then back up and fold this one down and then down again. Now, what are you going to put in here? We are going to put the card in here and it's going to fit. So this will be our front, but we are also going to put some Dove's chocolates are going to fit in here. Now, I'm probably going to eat these all by the time January rolls around. So yours aren't going to look like Christmas. And then Ghirardelli's. I thought Ghirardelli's were bigger than this, but they're not. So, but you're going to get 2 of those, 2 Ghirardelli's, or Ghirardelli's, however you say it. And those will fit in here. See how nice? And then where's our envelope? Then our envelope is going to go here. What? Awesome. All right, let's do these parts. So I wanted the heart to go boop right on here. And so let's stamp this. Maybe I was going to cut it and put it over top of the white. there's that ink spot again. Oh, you know what? And I'm going to do this one. Actually, I'm going to stamp this one directly on the card. And then we'll stamp the card. Because the card you kind of have to keep a little bit flat anyway. Because the 3x3 envelopes, they're just not that roomy. The fact that it goes over a little bit, not the end of the world. All right, now we can do Here for You, You Amaze Me, or we can leave it blank. I think we'll leave it blank because depending on who you want to give it to, this could just be a little treat for somebody. I'm going to do mine in, let's do pinks this time, like a brighter pink, because I want to show you to color the ribbon also. And I hope to goodness this gingham ribbon doesn't go on back order again. All right, I want Magenta Madness. Magenta Madness. Dark, and bam! I got those on the first try. And then green. I'm going to say, whatever these are. Shaded Spruce. No, Call Me Clover. I wanted like Just Jade. Just Jade. Okay. Shaded Spruce. Here we go again. Just Jade. Okay. So Just Jade and Magenta Madness are the colors that are in colors that we only have another year of. All right, let's do this pretty quick. Ugh. All right. Oof. I love this pink. I could have done orange too. Here I am saying, oh, this doesn't have to be for Valentine's. And I'm all about the pink. But that's just because I like it. Orange would work. Yellow. Anything really. And I mean, since it's all black and white, you can do subtles, you can do brights, anything will go. All right. All right, quickly, color. There we go. All right, now let me assemble this. This is just gluing on. See here? I feel like that's got a big glue booger on it. All right, so I'm layering the white, the stamped white on the black. And then this is going on the 3x3 square of basic gray. And this is going to go on the front of our box for decoration. And okay, see? Very little wiggle room time. All right, and then this one, let's go ahead and cut it again. Then we're almost to the end. There we go. All right, trash. All right, now this is for our card. So we've got our 3x3 card, our same black layer, same white layer. If you wanted to emboss this white layer, you could, just to give it a little bit more dimension. I'm just going to glue it flat. And I guess this is going to be a top folding card. Well, it doesn't matter. I could have it this way too. Yeah, all right, we're going to do that. And like I said, I'm not going to pop this up because I don't want a whole lot of dimension on this card. So I'm just gluing that. And I'm trying to keep it so it's not hanging over so much. There we go. Now with this extra piece of white, you could have a greeting. For now, I'm just going to stick it in our envelope so I can show you how to finish putting this together. All right, let's get this in here. Then it fits right in this box. Ta-da! Shut this. You are going to have however much ribbon it takes me to tie this in a bow. All right, but we want to color it first. So you're going to want to get a block and the dark marker. Let me put this pin in here. So dark magenta madness. Yep. And I like the fat end. And you're just going to color it. And it goes through both the sides. So don't worry about that. I use a block versus putting this on paper because the paper is going to absorb more of your ink out of your marker. And I mean, I want to keep as much ink in here as I can for as long as I can, because I think we don't sell these in singles anymore. So like once the dark one goes, I'll have to buy a whole new set of 2 or just do without. All right, so I also like coloring this ribbon better with the blends. You can do it with the regular markers. Clean this off with alcohol when you're done. You can color it with regular markers, the Stampin' Write markers, but every time you handle it, whether you're tying it, opening it, just handling the package, it's the dampness from your hand is going to come up. So the color will come up. So Stampin' Blends is best. All right, now let's tie this off to the side. And I'm just going to tie it in a knot first. So hold that. Tie that in a knot. And then I'll tie this in a bow. Cute, 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 cute. I love the pink. Actually, you know what? I'm going to tie it this way because I want the tails to go that way. All right, let me mess with these. Okay. And I'm just going to trim it. And they don't have to untie this ribbon to get into the package because they're going to be able to take the lid off or open it right from here. All right, now this, so I want this lid, slide this around so the bow's around to the side. Jeez. Because this 3x3 part really is, there we go. I need it on the side because this barely fits. All right, now I want this to be popped up. So let's use some more foam tape and I'm just going to put it right here and here. Doesn't have to be a ton, just something to hold it in place. And I'm not going to put it right in the middle because frankly, if they want to cannibalize this and take off the ribbon and use it on something else, I wouldn't mind that. Okay. Nice. Wish that would stay. But how cute is that? Little box with some candy. And what else can you put in here? You can put a whole set of cards, of 3x3 cards, instead of candy. You can put, there's tea bags that fit, like fancy tea bags. Lots of stuff. All right, let me pull this up. And we will bring back our other projects, and then we're finished with our December workshop. All right, thanks for being here, Sue. All right, so we have our Joseph's Coat technique card, and that has dried some, and the shimmery white, the shimmer from the shimmery white cardstock is showing through now. It's showing through that black ink, so I like that. Then we had our shaker card, then our crooked seafoam, soft seafoam card, and our little treat box. And again, this was all using Strong of Heart. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Cindy. All right, you guys. I will see whoever is available to watch. I will be back here on Monday and Tuesday next week with my monthly class. I will catch you later. Have a great weekend. And I will see Sue tomorrow and then Gail on Sunday. All right. Thanks, you guys. Bye.